Today's subject is how heavenly energy and heavenly spirit and all three spirit, created. When I read in the Bible when I was young, I read more than, I would say about more than 40 years I have read Bible. Then when it mentioned spirit, soul, flesh, I couldn't understand what what does meaning. Now, especially the Bible tells the soul indicated human being. So it's a very confusing terminology. Then when I become 70 years old, then gradually I can understand the concept of this heavenly spirit and all three spirit, things like that. And then we have to understand that original Bible could be Hebrew, and then Greek and Latin, and those one is interpreted, translated into English, and English translated Korean, things like that. So when this Bible was translated, then they try to use the word in the nation. So then, even though that kind of previous word is in there, but similar concept, they use this kind of word, so people in the nation maybe understand easier. So it is very confusing. And so, the way of thinking in the East and the West is different, and then in every nation is different. So it is very difficult to understand. Then last time, I mentioned that, okay, most of the cases that, all three, spirit, leave the body first, then after that, heavenly spirit, follow that. Then how all three, spirit, created, and heavenly spirit, were created. So we have to, we can now, most of people never heard of what I'm talking about, but when we watch based upon this, then that could be true. Now, I mentioned it before that let's say this is heaven, this is heaven, and this is earth, and this one is yang, and this is yin, and men belong to yang, and woman belong to yin. Okay. Now, the man had a sperm, and the woman had, egg. Okay. Now, when husband and wife, okay, there could be many situations. Husband and wife, okay, we are gonna sleep together, and sometimes wife doesn't want to, but husband first, even though he's drunken and come and forced to sleep. There are many cases. Whatever happened is that this is the egg, okay, and then this is sperm. And then this egg and sperm meet together, that at the time this is all three are spirit, okay? So when these two meet together, that's all three spirit. Now, when we understand this one, then according to Bible, okay, this is gift of God. Then wait a second, is this a gift of God? We can question, okay? And some Christian believer may believe that this is gift of God, but the non-Christian community, who cares? This husband and wife get together. This is the mad. So this is all three spirit. Okay. Now, the baby, okay, it's not a baby in the beginning. Okay, the fetus, okay, is growing. So now, if this is gift of God, then our Christian community believe, okay, because this belongs to God, so we cannot do, separation, this belong to God, but this is not the human being, okay? Whatever belief is, okay? Now, the fetus growing up become a baby now, and after 270 days to 280 days, usually a baby coming out. When baby coming out, baby coming out is not yet, okay? Many people think, when baby coming out, that that's the time heavenly spirit go into. No. When baby come out, there is a connected with umbilical cord with mom and baby. Okay, when they cut the umbilical cord, okay, then they tied up. Okay, then when they cut, okay, that umbilical. Then when I was young, that the midwife put the baby this head like this, then spank, then and then they start to breathe. But these days they just use suction cup and sucked out all the water inside. Then baby start to cry. When they cry, when they breathe, that's the time heavenly energy, spirit go into the baby. So when heavenly energy, spirit come into the baby, that energy also interconnected how this baby will be, how his or her health will be. So now we understand now how heavenly spirit created and all three spirit created. Okay, thank you so much for your watching.